We cannot let these 2 hours go by without talking about sports. Atlanta, a great sports city. Georgia, a great sports state. Maria Martin, a great sports reporter. She joins us now here live.
Wow.
You like that?
What an intro.
Yeah, well, it's true. So
between you and Dan, you guys are just contributing to my Instagram left and right.
Are we?
Posting all these like very valuable things that you guys are saying about me.
Keep putting
It's
us on
great.
there. If anyone who follows me knows, I'm not very good at the social media stuff.
Yes, you
so
are.
Maria,
You're great.
My boss is watching. He probably isn't going to be happy to hear that. But we try. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about, though.
Yeah.
Not social media, but a little bit of fashion, perhaps. On-field fashion, on-field apparel. The Falcons have officially unveiled what they're wearing this season.
Yeah, new uniforms, which, look, there they are. They're so beautiful.
Oh, look at them.
New uniforms create kind of this chaos among fan bases in the nation whenever you drop them. Per NFL league rules, if you change anything so much as like a little tiny thread on a piece of a uniform, you can't do anything else to the uniform until 5 years have passed. So this is a very big deal. The last time they dropped new uniforms was in 2020. Those were garbage. You heard it here first. I thought they were terrible. These actually look really, really good. I think these are so nice for a lot of different reasons. Here's one of the biggest things that I think Falcons fans actually like. Okay, you could not decide whether it was a number 7 or a number 1 for the life of you. The last time
Okay, I was going to razz you a little bit as I was listening to you, but that is a good point.
It's such a good point because, and I know this is like one of the only things that Falcons fans will agree with me on because I think there are a varying number of opinions here, and I'll give you mine. It's cool because I actually got to see a sneak peek of the jerseys a couple of days ago and got to ask a lot of questions about the process and what went into it. And another really big change for the Falcons is, if you remember, on the 2020 jerseys, it had ATL in big letters above a smaller number. Well, now it's all about the number. So they blew the number up, they made it bigger, they downsized the ATL. Now it's written out. It says Atlanta, and then it also says Falcons. So Atlanta for the road jerseys, Falcons for the home jerseys. And another big change is they're going to wear red at home now, and this is back to the Matt Ryan days. I mean, I think it's beautiful. I love the red jersey. A lot of people did love the black and wanted kind of a variation of that. And then to the fan base that's really upset about not making the throwbacks permanent, we asked those questions in that kind of preview, if you will, of these jerseys, and they said, look, we didn't want to make the throwbacks permanent because it's such a special thing. You want to go back to it when it feels good, it feels nostalgic, and it doesn't really become that if you get to look at it all the time. Although, I will say, the throwbacks are my favorite jersey combination that I've ever seen the Falcons wear.
But if you use them all the time, it's true. They're not really throwbacks anymore.
100%. They don't become special anymore.
You pointed out something I think may come as a surprise to a lot of people. You said if you change as much as a stitch, you're basically frozen with that new design for a minimum of 5 years.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's a league policy.
Yep.
Why set that policy like that?
I mean, the NFL has a lot of very tricky rules, one of which as this jersey comes in here, Megan, you can walk in here.
Oh.
This is our sports producer, Megan Smedley.
Look at this.
Look at her
Wait,
go.
I don't know which camera to go on.
Come on my camera.
We'll find
okay,
you.
So here's the box. Are you going to unveil it?
Are we going to do an
She's gonna do
unboxing
the
here?
honors. This is going to be the new, I'm assuming the new home jersey. So, yes, it is.
Wow.
Okay, so here's our new home jersey. This one says WXIA.
That's us right here, WXIA 11 Alive.
So here's another thing too, Zach, that I want everyone to know. Because, they're Nike, the collaboration with Nike is such a process. The design process with Nike, thank you, Megan.
Thank you, Megan.
That was fantastic. The design process with Nike is so tedious. And from what I understand, it went back and forth. It wasn't Nike saying, hey, we don't want to do this. You can't do this. The Falcons and Nike would co-collaborate in what they believe the design should be. But this came from a whole lot of people. I can go into that as well. But I say that because when Elite came out, everyone saw the Dirty Bird stitching on the inside of the collar,
You
which
can see it right
this
there.
is what it is. And everyone said, no way Nike signed off on that. Well, guys, they did. It's inside the collar. So this I thought was really, really neat. I thought it was a really cool touch. But yeah, so here you go. You got an 11. You can see they are ones clear as day. What a new, fantastic thing. When Bijan Robinson saw his number jersey, which was a 7, he was fired up because you could actually see whether it was a 7 or a 1. So I think these are super cool. This is also another thing I was telling you guys about. So it used to say ATL in big letters. Now it says Falcons written out at home. I think they're sharp. I think they're cool.
I think it's one of those things too, the more you look at it, the more the differences go from being little subtle differences to
They're
being,
big.
wow, these are substantial changes.
They are big, and I think one thing to really note about all of this is that the overarching theme when they were getting feedback, Zach, from players, from front office, whatever, because they asked everybody, fans, current players, former players. The overarching theme from the players who, if you've ever been around a football player, they care very greatly about what they put on their body on game day.
Look,
I
athletes
promise
got to
you.
look good. I mean, look good, play good.
And the overarching theme was we want clean and we want timeless. I believe they nailed it with that.
It looks great. We've got, in 10 seconds, I'm going to ask you this question.
Yeah.
It looks great. Is it going to help everybody play great on the field?
Look, let's hope so, because there's a couple changes I would have made. We don't have time for that. I can tell you on my social media, but these better incite some good football on the field because we need it.
Momentum going the right way, though. These are great jerseys. Maria Martin, and shout out to Megan Smedley getting
Great job,
that
Megan.
delivered right on time. Megan, thank you.